Y'all, welcome. It is Monday, September 1st here in Crafty Hope Land, also known as Silver Locks, out by the pool because it is a holiday today. It is Labor Day here in the U.S. Pat's off. I'm not. I've been working on a couple videos, taking care of a couple things, but it is almost noon. It feels wonderful out here. It's a little warm, so we're going to be getting in the pool in a little bit. I've already got some ribs pre-baking in the oven. We're going to throw them on the grill after a while and have just kind of a chill Monday. Yeah, I'm kind of excited about it. Not a whole lot of crafting probably going on today. We'll see. It is a new week here. It is week 36, I think, of this vlog series, my studio vlog series that I'm doing here. I am a jewelry and mixed media artist here in beautiful South Alabama, and yeah, I'm gonna take you on this journey this week. I really hope these milder temperatures hold out. Usually the beginning of September like this, it's still fairly brutally hot, but we'll see how it goes. I'm sitting in the shade, so that absolutely helps. Over there you can see the sun kind of peeking out. That's where it's going to be warmest in the pool, and that'll be lovely. So we're going to be hopping in there later. I might get a couple of videos from my waterproof phone later. And what all do I have to do this week that's crafty? I'd like to get started on an assemblage. A couple weeks ago I got a big haul of amazing watch parts and things from a watch repair man here in Fairhope, Alabama, and he said the only payment he wanted was for me to make something for him. So now that Seek, Gather, Create is over, I feel like I need to focus on that. So I'm possibly gonna pull all those out and make him something. We'll see. I've got vague ideas of what I want to do for it. But we'll see. We'll see how this week goes. It's I never quite know what's gonna go down. So if you have any questions for me or suggestions or things you want to see, as always, let me know. And here we go. New week. Welcome to the regular week. And actually, it's not even going to be a regular week because it's shortened. We did indeed spend most of the day outside and in the pool and hanging with friends, and yeah, just kind of dozing on the couch after eating some really good barbecue and tater tots, which is our jam. So it is Tuesday. It's about 9:45 in the morning. I'm running behind because my day was shortened, so I didn't get to work on my last week's vlog. So I just finished editing that. That's saving, so it's going up late. I will link it up here if you haven't seen last week yet. And I'm kind of picking up my desk because I kind of closed out last week, maybe working on a pair of earrings. Y'all, I ended up realizing I had 2 pairs of earrings in my stash I had made to go with that necklace. With my jewelry, I need to get, my jewelry in my bathroom is redonk. So fortunately I found that, but I still have the beads and everything that I had. Oh my gosh, how did that happen? That's really crazy. I was working on some earrings yesterday and I just realized that one of the beads cracked, and I'm like, at what point did that happen? Yeah, that's really weird. So I don't know. I guess I'll just put these beads up and figure something else out, because sorry, I'm not even looking at y'all. I apologize. Too close to my desk. So vlog is going, saving from last week. This week is kind of, or at least today is a little bit of catch up, but I'll have to go get it and show it to you. The big crazy thing is right after I did my little intro yesterday and mentioned that this week I wanted to work on an assemblage for the the watch repair guy who gave me all that stuff, I got a text from him like minutes after I turned the camera off that he had 2 more bags of things for me and I want to come get them. So yeah, I went, and just before our friends came over, I was able to run down to his house and pick up these 2 big bags of stuff. Let me go get them. I'll be right back. These guys, I mean, and this is like heavy. So one of them is a lot of like watch parts. Like there's several pocket watches in here and the casings for watches. I'm going to end up doing like an overhead thrifty haul, I'm sure. But it's, you know, here's some like watch bands with all the stuff taken out. There's some weird things in here. Like, I don't know what this is. But here's another like empty watch face, things like that. It's super cool. Like I said, there's some like pocket watch parts and things. And that's one of the bags, the heavier of the 2. The other one is more clock parts, and it's like hands. Like I don't know if y'all can see that at all. This might be better. But it is clock hands. There's other like clock pieces and stuff that I'm gonna have to sit down and sort through, and it was, you know, it just weird timing that I had just said, this is what I'm gonna do this coming week, and I was like, hey, I've got some more stuff for you. So super exciting. I'm making myself like not go. I mean, I've opened it, pulled out a couple things, and like ooh and odd, especially over some of these clock hands are just gorgeous. Like I can make jewelry out of these. I can do whatever. I'm just gonna pull a few out and show y'all. I don't know if y'all can see those. Sorry, I'm looking down at, so here's like a second hand, not second hand, a second hand, whatever. But just these gorgeous pieces that I'm like, you know, if I can, yeah. I mean, earrings. Look at this. Earrings. Maybe pokey earrings, but anyway. So I am looking forward to sorting that out when I get a minute. A minute. A minute in hand. Sorry. Yeah. So that was very like serendipitous that I was thinking about him, and sure enough, I got a text from him. So, yeah. But my big thing today is I really need to get the menu made and get the grocery shopping done, because normally on a Monday, I would have at least my menu and my grocery list made. So by this time on a Tuesday, I'd have all that done. I'd be able to just run to the grocery store and yeah. Has not happened. So, you know, 3-day weekends are fabulous until Tuesday hits and you're like, oh, now I gotta do all the things I should have done on Monday. But it was a good day yesterday. I got new clock and watch parts. I got to swim in the pool. We ate some ribs and tater tots, and it was great. So, and I can still see I've got like over in my window seat, I have to show y'all, I've got all the game pieces and the stuff I had gathered for week 4 of Seek, Gather, Create. If you haven't seen that, go check that out. That was a fun little assemblage, bit of a struggle bus, but so yeah. Now that Seek, Gather, Create is over, I feel like I don't have ICAD, I don't have a 100-day project. I've got this lull that maybe I need to like deal with what's going on in my craft room, because it's eek is what it is. It's yeah. Okay. I'm all over the place as usual. That's nothing new. If you're new here, yeah, you'll see a lot of me like unfocused and whatever, but I am hoping to get some art in, or at least maybe some craft room organization. So we'll see how this week goes. There will likely be some sorting of watch parts, especially if I want to be using them for an assemblage. So I might go ahead and take one of my trays and a bead mat and go ahead and set up in the living room to start sorting things. So we'll see. I've got to make a grocery list. Okay. I'm delaying. I love talking to you, but you distract me. Room. What? Honestly, it is Wednesday, the 3rd of August, almost 10 o'clock. It might be 10 o'clock. I don't know. Near about 1 minute till. See? Y'all just gotta look at, I think, over my desk. I had done kind of like morning pages, and so some journaling, and then gessoed over it, and you saw added some other things to it. I think if I included it, there's some sprays, some acrylic inks, whatever, some play. I think I'm gonna keep this on my desk and play with it throughout the day today, so I might give y'all little snippets as it changes and evolves, but we'll see. My goals today, Wednesdays are kind of pretty low-key days for me. I try to like do the litter box and water the plants and finish up any of the chores I didn't get done on Monday and Tuesday, and really let myself kind of be at home to do things. It is a glorious day outside. We went and took a walk this morning, and it was 63 degrees. Y'all, this is South Alabama. That is unheard of at the beginning of September. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not gonna complain. It is nice. I kind of just want to be out there, but instead I think I really want to focus on, as I mentioned yesterday, this disaster of a craft room. I've got a bunch of other projects I really should be focusing on. A Halloween project for graphics, some Halloween and Christmas things for the gallery, maybe getting something in Etsy, but I can't wrap my head around that and exist in this chaos. So I've already started. I pulled out, I've got a big tub that was the stuff that's supposed to be for my class. Well, that is for my class. I have a card making class to make 3 or whatever, how many cards. That's going to be at Hello Gallery October 15th. It's a $40 class. So if you're interested, if you're in the area, come sign up. We're going to make some fun, like iCAD-ish cards that we're going to, they'll be greeting cards. So my big seller. So that's the plan. But I moved the bulk of my class supplies into, out of my craft room. It's just in the bedroom, but our bedroom's massive. So I've moved that in there. There are a couple things that aren't in those tubs that y'all don't care, that I'll have to grab later, like my typewriter and a few other things. I've got a list of I think that's in my office. I should keep those things together. That's how my brain works. I'm like, I'll find it later. And that's why my craft room looks like this. Okay, so I think if I could spend a day organizing my office, I've got a box of stuff that's to go to Goodwill. Might go ahead and take that to Goodwill just to get that out of the floor of my office. But maybe as I'm gathering things, anything I find that I don't want get it out. I have another box in our guest room that's for like an eventual garage sale. I might just go grab that stuff and put it in there too and just be done with it. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to try to keep this on my desk. But it might just hinder getting anything else done. So we'll see. Yeah. I don't think I've recorded anything else. I ought to. It's about 1:30. I have been steadily just working. I'm cleaning up my craft room. I don't even know how to like measure how much of it I've gotten done. There's some of the areas that are going to be difficult that I haven't gotten to. I'm probably way out of frame. Because I'm just trying to keep moving. I'm feeling better today than I have in a couple days. I've had like a sore leg, and I think it was from the hike we took last week. But I'm starting to feel a lot better. So I don't know, trying to make space. I'm realizing I have tons of like 10 containers that's just open space. That's like, this is awkward. You have any idea how like I can't stack anything, I can't lay it anywhere. So I've pulled out some Big 10 snips to start cutting these down. I don't know, I've cleared off some areas. I ought to, you know what, let's say I'm going to go ahead and record a video now, but you will have already seen it previously. How about that? Of some of the areas I've cleared. Of course, I'm adding things to those areas. Like, as soon as I clear it, because it's a flat surface, I'm adding more to it. But I'm feeling good about getting it, working on this specifically today. So, yeah, that feels really good. I've got like, couldn't decide if I wanted to just listen to my book or turn some music on, and really I've just got my iPad playing a couple of YouTube videos. Or not a couple, playing a YouTube playlist of things that I don't feel like I have to see to watch because they're very talky, and if there's something I need to see, anyway. I'll tell you this. You hear me talking a lot in my YouTube videos because that's what I like. I like to be able to continue to work on a project. Like I like to play a YouTube video and cook dinner or work on a project or do something else. And if somebody's just playing music or there's nothing, I'm not going to look up and look at it. But if they say, oh, you'll see here I'm doing this, I'll be like, oh yeah, let me see here what they're doing. But if there's just music or nothing at all, I mean, that's the fastest way to run me out of a YouTube video, have nothing but silence. Yeah, I have no interest in that. But and I know it's a preference. I know there are some people who very much just want to see music and not hear somebody talk about it. I get that. So y'all know my style. You've probably seen my videos. I am out of practice with my 10 snips, y'all. There we go. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a quick update. We've had lunch, which was super simple. It was like cleaned out the fruit drawer in the fridge and pulled out some berries that needed to go. It was like, you can eat these if you want. If you don't, they're going in the freezer. And then I bought some watermelon yesterday at the grocery store. And then I had some chicken fingers in the freezer. And I'm like, this is lunch. I'm like, it's lunch for a 2-year-old. But whatever. I enjoyed it. Some fresh fruit and some chicken fingers. Fine. Alright guys, I guess I'm just being chatty. So I'm gonna real quick give y'all a look. Let me put this stuff on and give y'all a look at kind of what has been done. I don't know if you'll be able to see a difference, but I do, and just know it makes me feel so much better. But there's still so much to go. To remind myself that it's going to get worse before it gets better. So I definitely was better, and then I decided to reorganize this bookshelf that's in my closet because there are things I don't know. I don't even know what's in it. So the other closet needs it too, but I've decided to just kind of pull things out, take a look at things. Some things have been recycled. Some things just need to be organized. I've got tons of like playing cards that are just scattered everywhere in that closet. Have I got a no, there's still more. I've got like little tins of things, and I used to have everything grouped by like type of book, but then I started just shoving things in there, so it's gonna get worse before it gets better. I'm gonna go make it better, maybe. My leg hurts again though, because I've been sitting cross-legged in the floor for like hours, but I'm past the sitting in the floor part, I think. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Organizing. Good morning, y'all. It is Thursday, the 4th of September. About 20 minutes till 10 in the morning. We didn't go for a walk this morning. We overslept just a little bit. I overslept a little bit. Pat overslept a little bit more. And so he says we're going to go for a walk this evening. We'll see. He's got a lot on his plate with work, so we'll see how that goes. I'm back in my office after yesterday's frenzied cleaning in the craft room. I have so much more to do in there, but I really have a lot of work I need to get done. So my brain is in about a billion places because I can't focus. And so I know what I need to do is create a printable for my patrons, whether you are on the paper crafty tier or the printable crafty tier, crafty printable tier. Y'all, I should learn my own tiers. I don't know. One's a printable, one's a paper where you get the videos, and one is, one you get the videos and the printables, and the other one is just the printables. And pro tip, you can join, wait till I get this up, but you could join for the $3 and get all the printables and then unjoin. So I'm just saying. But that would be June, July, August, and then whenever I can get September up. But anyway, right now, so far, I've got one thing I'm really excited about, which is I just scanned a couple of blue jay feathers I found the other week. Last week. This the other week. And they turn, they're super cool. And I've got a stack of things here. Is this one of it? Yeah, stack of things here that are also going to get scanned. I need to go, I think I'm going to go get another vintage photo to add to this stack and get that scanning. But I also have a box that is overflowing to be donated. So that needs to go to a thrift store of some kind. So I'm trying to decide, and I've got recycling. So that's my running out today, is going to be taking the recycling and some donations. That'll get some stuff out of my house. And and that also clears out, I'm going to have to use a different box because the box I was using for my donation is significantly overflowing. So I've got to go wrangle a box out of the recycling. You don't care about recycling problems. I know. This is just nonsense. So that's Patreon. I also need to do something with Etsy, and I need to get a hook on the back of last week's Seek, Gather, Create. But for today, I have a video that went up that is the details of what I created for graphics. So over on the graphics channel, I have the construction of a little board book using some of the graphics chipboard and computer graphics. So like the printable transparency graphics, super fun to play with. And also some like double tack mounting film and I think some craft plastic. Anyway, I used a bunch of stuff, made a little book. That is up on graphics today, but because I needed to kind of keep it kind of short, I clipped out some of the altering of the chipboard and things like that, the actual art of it. And so I put that on my channel. So that is available here on my YouTube channel as well. So I will direct you to that up there, to mine. And I'll have the link to the graphics one down below in the description box as well. So as you can tell by my scatteredness, I'm a little bit everywhere. I really would like to get back to cleaning my office. I mean, my craft room and then my office. But, you know, some things have to be tackled. Yeah, I have priorities. I've got to have priorities. So, boo. Boo for the adulting priorities. So, I think I just showed y'all, I did do a little bit of play in what I am considering my morning art pages. So I've been doing like the morning pages and it's just a cheap notebook from Dollar Tree, and writing my 3 pages, but basically I'm writing 2 pages and then writing in between all the lines for my journaling, and then going back over with some art. And yesterday I thought I'd come back to it and add, and this morning I was like, no, I need to journal, I need to try something new. And yeah, I did that. And then that led to cutting out some, in my cleaning yesterday, I found like a sewing pattern envelope, with the ladies that make great clip art. And I cut them out. So I kind of want to take some of the ones I couldn't get the full bodies of and like collage them with like, I don't know, like birds or I don't know, some other animal or something at the bottom of them. But that's probably not for today. So yeah, for today, I need to stop talking and I need to start scanning. Like I said, those bird feathers are super awesome. So like I said, those will be available for my printable, my crafty printable, and my crafty paper tier patrons. So join me over there, and let's see if I can rock this Thursday. Has anybody ever said that? It's me. Of course, the air just kicked on. It's not even that hot outside. It's warm, but in case you don't care, I have been I don't know, making fool today. No, not really. No, I haven't made hardly anything. I feel like I've been at my desk all day. Have I? Yeah, I've done some computer stuff, trying to get these printables. I think I just showed y'all for Patreon. Up over there, and I'm on my desk because I'm about to do my last page or spread, I suppose, in this journal that I've been working on for ages, and then I need to do something about my cardboard covers, but one thing at a time. I did something I did not expect I was going to do today. I drew. I don't ever do that. I am working on a Halloween project for graphics, I think. I've already got an October video scheduled, so we'll see how this one gets scheduled. I've got to get it done. But I wanted one of these like retro Halloween cats, and I could not find like a free image of one online or one that wasn't copyrighted or whatever. So I was like, ugh, I'm gonna have to break down and draw it myself. So I broke out my Prismacolor colored pencils and some paint pens. I even went and bought some paint pens. I don't know what they are. They're the Sharpie creative markers. I really kind of wish I'd gotten the brush ones because that would have been something a little bit different, but I got what I thought was going to be a fine tip. It's just a bullet tip. It's not as fine as I would have liked. So that's why I kind of wish I had gotten the brush tip, because I could have maybe used, but yeah, another time I'll go get them. But for now, I got this funky little retro Halloween cat. He's not great. He's kind of grimacing, but that's okay. He's going to work for what I need. So, but yeah, I also took like the recycling. I dropped off some donations. What did I do with that receipt? I find that. Dropped off some donations at the Waterfront Rescue Mission. Ran in there to walk around. Didn't find anything. I couldn't even find like school or office supplies or craft supplies, like anywhere. No yarn, no nothing. They had some like grab bags and like, which I was tempted to grab, but I was like, I have no idea what's in them. It could be like, yeah, probably stuff they just can't get rid of. So from there, I dropped off the recycling. I ran to Dollar General looking to see if they had anything that maybe had some kind of image like that, but I don't know how I could have used that either. So I came back home, finished this little drawing, which is crazy. Again, I can't draw. You can see I cannot draw, but that was fun. Yeah, maybe I should do it more often. I don't need another hobby. Anyway, I'm gonna get this journal page done. I actually need to real quick go check and see if the ground beef has defrosted for dinner tonight. If not, throw it on the counter real quick. But yeah, but it is after 4. It's 4:20. So I'm gonna get on this before I have to get on dinner. Yeah, and I hope you can hear me, because that air, I never know. Sorry. Hello. Yes, I'm wearing crimson. That means it is Saturday. I don't know what time. Just put my watch back on. Just after, I think, yeah, it's just after 11. We were in limbo for a little bit because Pat's gig that he's supposed to be having tonight, weren't sure. I don't know. It's canceled, but we didn't know that for sure until just a few minutes ago. So I think that adjusts our schedule a bit today. So you saw a little bit. I've got this. It's a piece of cardstock with a print, something I printed out from my Patreon. I think it was last month's printable. Maybe. Could have been. Anyway, it was on cardstock and I was just hanging out. So I was like, I'm going to play with this. I watched a really inspiring video from Seth Apter yesterday. He called it a walkthrough of some pieces he has as part of an art exhibit during something going on in New York City. But his pieces absolutely inspired me, and I've been flipping through my Somerset Studio magazine. Of course, the air is popping on. But yesterday I kind of blah. I woke up with a headache, some sinus stuff, not feeling well at all. So I did not, I think I gave y'all a glimpse of something I worked on. Mostly I picked up the house some, and I worked on my project, or a project for graphics with some shrink film. I think y'all got a glimpse of a funny portion of that. But that was the bulk of what I did yesterday. We went out, we had an experience last night. We went out to dinner with a friend of ours, and then went down the street to a little bar and grill place just to have another drink. And there was a gentleman there who was being overly friendly. He had definitely had a few beverages, and things kind of went wacky. Like, he was hanging out in the park. We were out on like a back deck where he was hanging out in the parking lot, like watching us, and it was just very odd. So we ended up hanging out there a little bit longer than we expected. He was a very nice guy, but odd to say the least. So yeah. So anyway, like I said, today I didn't really have plans because Pat's it was supposed to have a gig tonight, but it sounds like we are possibly going to head to the hardware store. When he replaced the soffitting last week, he had to take down our old porch light, and it has been in need of replacement for a while. So we are going to go look and see if we can find something I find acceptable. I really don't think that the hardware store is going to have what I have in mind, but we'll see. I never know until I go. So for now, I don't know. Yeah, it's football. Our game's not till like almost 7 o'clock tonight, so roll tide. So I can do other things, but I don't know what those things are going to be. I'm feeling better than I was yesterday, and that is without medication, so that's good. All right, I'm gonna get to it and maybe take y'all along. We'll see. Like I said, I'm kind of just playing with some things. I'm feeling super inspired to just throw a bunch of stuff together and make some art, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm here for, right? That's what you're here for. Let's see if we can knock it out. I'm gonna try this. Sunday. I have no idea what I look like. It's one of those days that we're just trying to get stuff done. We didn't get a whole lot done yesterday, so you may be able to hear Pat out on the lawnmower. I've already been out weed eating and picking up sticks for him so that he could mow certain areas. Yep, those are the words. So, and then I came in and did a bunch of house stuff, like things I needed to get done. Boring stuff everybody's got to do that sometimes I just don't do. Unload, reload the dishwasher. I'm descaling the coffee maker. Like things to change the air filters, things like that. Marinate the chicken to put on the grill this evening. I just started transferring over some files for my latest graphics project I did this week. So those things. I think, I was kind of lazy yesterday. I did some art, which was great. Just really nothing special. I think y'all saw some of that. Nothing special, just kind of playing. And I'd like to get back to that, but what I really would like to get back to while I have the energy is cleaning up the craft room. Get those areas cleared and cleaned up, put things away, throw things away. So I think that's what I'm going to do, at least till Pat's done with the yard stuff. I think I'm going to fix me a big cup of water, though, first, and then get on that. So, super boring Sunday here. We don't have any plans for anything other than maybe getting in the pool this afternoon and grilling. But I do think we're coming to the end of our pool season. It was chill. We got in it for a few minutes yesterday before our football game. Roll Tide. So it was chilly. It was not warm enough outside to get in the pool at the temperature it was. So, hi Kaylee. We're coming to the end of the season. We'll see. If it starts warming back up outside as it usually does, we call this false fall, when the temperatures kind of dip and are a little more bearable. That's false fall, and I think that's where we are. I don't know. We'll see. Could be the end of the season. Seems a little early to us. I hate it. I love that football season's here, but I know. It's good to have seasons, right? Football, pool. Okay, I'm, as usual, delaying things, and I ought to get in there and do that. Fix me some water and clean the craft room. Perhaps I will let y'all see some of that. I might get out of my yard work clothes, though, and do that. I think I'll do that first. Brush my teeth. Gussie for cleaning. We'll see what happens. In this section of the video, I recorded something like 17 minutes of me sorting through this bottom shelf that's just files of different papers and piling them up and telling you what's in them. And I don't know why I thought that would be interesting. I do pardon if you've got like a foot thing where you don't like to see feet. I apologize that my foot is sitting there, but it was the most comfortable position. But as you can see, I'm just sorting these files, trying to figure out what it is I have stored in this craft room and what I can keep and what I can get rid of. So if it's something that you are interested in seeing, let me know before I delete these video files. But I'm leaving this here for y'all to see that I did do some more craft room sorting, and this is the manner in which I did it. And y'all, it's still sitting there, so I've got plenty to do. So yeah, let's finish out this vlog. I don't know how bad the air conditioner sound is right now, but I've got a window open. But anyway, it is 6 o'clock now, Sunday evening. I told y'all last, it was about 11:30. I don't think I told y'all that. I've had a couple beers. We've been in the pool. We've been to Lowe's. I got a new plant. I'm so excited. And I tried to do a little bit more sorting, but that's it. That's it for this week. We're about to eat dinner. I actually have a couple things I need to get off the table. Some of my clock part haul. But that's it for week 36. I hope y'all had a good week. I hope I get this up. We'll see. My mom is having a heart cath tomorrow. By the time y'all see this, that'll be over. I don't know what I'm going to get recorded on Monday, because yeah, it's probably be pretty crazy. I'm going to get up and immediately go to the hospital and sit with my stepdad and wait. So we'll see what happens. I've packed a bunch of stuff, mostly like doodling stuff and my bullet journal and things like that. We'll see how it goes. And a bunch of books, several books I'm in the process of reading. My Christina Romeo class pieces I've got, but I haven't watched the next part of the class, so I don't know why I'm taking them. So, but just some stuff. I've got a book bag full of doodling stuff, reading stuff, some magazines, yeah, and some snacks. So thank you for watching this. If you have reached the end of this because I'm talking about going to the hospital, anything medical related, like a little doctor or I don't know, an anatomy piece or something like that, or a heart, just a red heart, since it's a heart cath, leave that to let me know you've reached the end of this vlog. And thank you so much for being here this week. It's been a good one. I know at the beginning of the week I was like, I'm gonna make an assemblage for the guy that gave me all the clock pieces, and then he gave me more pieces, which took up a lot of the week. So perhaps that'll be next week. We'll see. I'm feeling inspired as I am cleaning and organizing, but yeah. So leave me something medicinal or a heart, and I will see y'all next week, hopefully. Bye.